Hey guys, that laser dude here from Spin Customs Laser Designs. I like doing crafty things and making things. I like being my own boss. I like making money. And quite frankly, I like to burn things. So this laser business is absolutely perfect for me. But where do I sell things? Alright, so starting a laser business. It's actually a great way to supplement your income, or you can build a fully self-sustaining business on its own. It completely changed my direction in life, and I find it really rewarding and profitable. You can get started just by getting a laser cutter and some materials, and I know that buying a laser cutter seems like a big investment, but in the grand scheme of things, in terms of other businesses, it's actually a pretty low startup cost. You get your laser, you get some materials, sell some product, that's it, it's done. I started with just a Glowforge basic, but now I've got more professional machines like the Eon Mira 9 and my Thunder Nova 51, which have really helped scale my business to the next level. To start off with, I kind of made a mistake. I bought more Glowforges to try to scale my business. Probably wasn't the best idea, but I certainly don't regret buying my Glowforge. It helped me get me into the community, helped me learn lasering. I've met so many great people, but overall, having a professional grade machine really helped propel my business to the next level. But with my Glowforge Basic, I actually paid it off in the first 2.5 weeks of owning it, just with one design, my very first monogram design. So selling product, it paid itself off, so no regrets there at all. So I don't know if you guys already have a laser, you're thinking about getting a laser, you just like the look of lasers, or maybe you're like me and you just like burning things. And maybe you just don't know where to sell things or different ways to sell things. So I'm gonna give you guys 20 different places and ways that you can sell laser products or crafts. It's crafting, it's lasering, it's the same thing. It works the same, crafting, lasering, we kind of hand in hand. It's really good. So, 20 things. Number 1. Okay, that was a little bit excitable because this is not really in any order. So, number 1, you've probably heard of it. Etsy. It is the best known online marketplace for craftspeople. Their account is free, costs 20 cents per listing, and they take 6.5%. It's a lot, I know, for every sale you make. But they've got a massive audience of people looking for handmade goods and looking for the things that you are selling. So you gotta be on Etsy, don't you? You don't have to. But it's a great resource. Now the problem with Etsy is the competition is fierce. There's a lot of products. You just go on there and you do a search for laser products or monogram, and you are gonna see so many different products. So you need to figure out ways to stand out from the crowd. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. The number 1 way that you can stand out is product photography. If your photos are crap, people are gonna keep scrolling by. They just don't like it. You can check out my video. I made a video called Your Photos Are Crap to try to help you guys take better photos. So I'll put a link for that in the description below, but that is the best way to stand out. Another great way that you can stand out is by being unique. Even if you're buying files, you can do something unique with it. Maybe it's just painting it a fun way, or adding some kind of accessories to it, or just making it your own. But having a unique product on Etsy will get better views, will get better sales. Now I can't talk about Etsy without saying something that's maybe not so flattering to them. Even though it is a great marketplace and a great opportunity to sell your laser products, in my experience, they don't give a crap about intellectual property. Zero. None. They pretend they do, they let you file reports and stuff, but at the end of the day, if you report somebody who's ripped you off and they say that they've counterclaimed, Etsy will take both your shops down, even if you can prove that you are the original creator. It's happened to me twice. Not good. Also, if you have an issue, there's zero support. You just keep paying them every month. They take all your money. But if you want someone on the phone to try to help you navigate something or explain something, it's non-existent. But with that said, it is a great resource for selling your laser products, just by sheer volume of users that they have. So for me, the pros do outweigh the cons. Obviously, because I sell on Etsy. because it's got a huge marketplace and they really do have a good platform. Makes it easy to post. You get great reports and just, it's a good platform. So if you guys want to get selling online, Etsy's probably a must. Number 2, and again, this is in no chronological order because this one's actually my favorite way to sell. Facebook Marketplace. You post an ad and you can literally be seen by thousands of people locally. I think Marketplace accounted for about 50% of our sales last year, which is massive. You post an ad, post a good photo, great copy. They message you through Messenger, you're pleasant. I do like little emoticons and stuff because it's hard to get your personality out through texting. So you want to kind of connect and make a sale. So Facebook Marketplace for us is a great resource. I've heard some people have had problems posting on Facebook Marketplace where it's taken it down, but we've never had that issue and it's been an amazing resource for us. Number this many, 3. Facebook buy and sell groups. I honestly think this is one of the most underrated ways that people can sell crafts or laser products. There is literally a buy and sell group in every community across North America, from what I see. So even if you live in one town, it's probably gonna have a local buy and sell group. Then there's little towns or cities around there and they'll have buy and sell groups. So you can actually reach and target all those groups at once. Some of the buy and sell groups I've heard don't allow it, but a lot of them do. So post in the Facebook buy and sell groups. It's a great way. Number 4. I think I'm on number 4. I don't know, I do so many takes, it's all blurring it. Doesn't matter. We're gonna make this number 4 and I'll just adjust the rest later. Amazon. Go get your Chinese stuff and your giant products and the giant things of crates shipped over from the seas to here and dispersed all through North America. Now, that's not really what you're doing. Amazon Handmade. So Amazon actually decided to jump on the bandwagon of handmade goods to compete with Etsy. And it's really worth looking into. Amazon doesn't charge a listing fee, but they do take 15% on every sale, so that's pretty steep. Etsy's cheaper, but Amazon's the biggest marketplace in the world. But because it is the biggest marketplace in the world, it also means, again, like Etsy, there is a lot of competition. So you gotta make sure that your products are on point, photos are on point, and the listings look great. The downfall here is that both Amazon and Etsy want their customers to remain Amazon and Etsy customers, meaning you don't get to retain your customers. You don't get any contact details. So it's hard to promote to them and generate repeat sales. So that is one downfall, is that they're not really your customers. They belong to Etsy and Amazon. And there's really very little you can do about that, except maybe open your own shop. So we'll talk about that next. Number 5. Yeah, it's lunchtime. I got spinach in my teeth? Probably. These videos take a long time, I'm hungry. Number 5, Shopify. I recently launched thatlaserdude.com, my own Shopify site. So what's great about that is there's no credit card processing fees, no transaction fees, so it's much cheaper than Etsy or Amazon. And the best part is you get to retain your own customers. So when they sign up with an email. And if they opt in, I can send them marketing or sales or just promotions or contests or fun things that I do. So I'm retaining my own customer base. So that's a huge plus. The one downfall is you have to generate your own traffic. You don't have access to the huge Etsy and Amazon audience, but you can build your audience and direct them to your site. So why not have both? Have your Etsy, have your Amazon, and have a Shopify. And as your following grows, you can send them to your Shopify site and you're not paying any listing fees and you're retaining your own customers. So I do think it's a good idea, no matter what, to have your own site. Number 6, craft shows and fairs. When it comes to selling locally, that might be the first thing that comes to your brain. And they are great because everyone that goes there is pretty much looking for a handmade item. So that's your market. That is your target audience. So sounds awesome, right? Well, maybe not. Craft shows can be a bit tricky. You have to ask yourself, how big is it? Is it well established? Did they advertise it? Because you could go and do a craft show and nobody show up. You're also subject to other factors like weather. So if it rains and it's miserable, no one's gonna show up. and maybe the weekend's a bust. So you're at the mercy of different things like that. But I'm not saying don't do a crafts show. You absolutely should. Because they're a great way to get out there. They're a great way to network, a great way for the local community to see your products. So if you do a craft show, have contact information on hand. Hand out a card, maybe hand out small samples of something. Get your name out there, and even if they didn't buy at the craft show, you might have a future customer. Number 7, local shops. Don't be afraid to go talk to people, guys. Go into these local shops. Some of them are consignment shops. You can usually work out a deal. It's usually a 60-40 split in your favor or 50-50. But make sure that there's a healthy enough profit margin there for you, and it's a great exchange between two people. Don't be shy. Every experience I've had with these local shop owners has been great. They're always willing to chat, and even if they aren't willing to take on your product, they usually know somewhere or someplace that does. So get out there, go chat to people, maybe start selling your product in local shops. Number 7. I think I'm at number 7. What number was it at? Number 7, I think. Number 7. It might be number 7. Festivals. A lot of local festivals now include crafter markets, and they can usually get a lot of people walking through them, depending on the size of the festival itself. But like regular craft shows, they're subject to the whims of the weather, so it could be a bust, but if everything goes well, it is such a great way to get your business in front of a ton of people. I no longer know what number I'm on. So, farmers markets. Who doesn't love a good farmers market? You've got farmers, you've got vegetables and chickens and pigs. You don't have livestock usually, but you can now have laser items because farmers markets actually have started having little crafter booths. And a lot of these markets are every week. So if you have a booth there and it's going well, you can have repeat buyers every week. So that's actually a really good thing. So the only thing I would suggest is if you are in a farmer's market and you're doing well, make sure your booth is easy to assemble and disassemble because it's something you're doing every week. But farmer's markets. Number 10, local gift shops. Gift shops have a wide variety of items. It's kind of something for everybody. That's kind of the whole point. So if you have something that you think would work well in a gift shop, go talk to the owner. It could be a consignment situation, or a lot of times the owner will actually buy inventory from you. They may buy 10 pieces, 20 pieces to start, and they pay wholesale. So you make sure there's enough profit margin there for you, and then they sell at retail. And if they sell, they're coming back for more. So I know it's out of a lot of people's comfort zone to go and talk to people and do that kind of stuff, and mine included. I do not like sales, but I do it because I have to hustle, to sell our products. But it's never as bad as you think it's gonna be in your head. Everyone's always super pleasant, they're super nice, and it's always a great experience. I always leave there feeling like I accomplished something. So local gift shops, give it a try. Number 11, Craigslist or Kijiji here in Canada. It doesn't have the most sparkling reputation, but these buy and sell platforms could be a good option for you. We don't get a ton of sales for them, but I have used them and we've generated some sales from them, so it's worth mentioning. Number 12, flea markets. They're everywhere. We've all been to a flea market, we've all bought stuff from a flea market, and they generally have really good foot traffic, but do your research, go and talk to other vendors and see what the traffic's like. See if it's a good fit for you. A lot of them are indoors, so they're not subject to weather conditions like rain, so it might be a great option for you week after week, which means repeat buyers. So have a look at flea markets. Number 13, your own storefront. Maybe you're not there yet, but maybe it's your dream to have your own store, your own name, your own brand, people walking by, going into your own shop. It's a pretty cool dream. I've seen so many people start at home with a small laser business and end up opening their own storefront. So it's been really cool and it's inspiring, but it can be a lot of hard work and there is risk involved, there's investment involved, but do your research. Make sure that you know your complete overhead, all your expenses, everything that goes into it. Find out what the traffic's like in the area where you might be opening this storefront. All the details matter, but if it's your dream, your own storefront might be the perfect thing for you. Number 14, Instagram. It's probably not something you guys have thought about, but you can actually post something on Instagram and take purchase requests in the comments. It seems to be working for some people. Or it can be a great resource to drive traffic to like a storefront, or maybe you're doing a craft fair. But Instagram is a great opportunity for people to both build a great social following and to sell product. So have a look at it. Sign up to Instagram. Number 15, trade shows. There are so many different types of trade shows. The list is literally endless. There's auto shows, boat shows, motorcycle shows, garden shows, hunting and fishing shows, just so many different types of shows. But prepare yourself to niche down. So if it's a motorcycle show, bring a bunch of stuff that appeals to motorcyclists. If it's a hunting and fishing show, bring stuff that appeals to them. These shows often run over the course of a weekend, but they usually get a ton of traffic, and it's a great way to get yourself, your business, and your product in front of lots of people. So niche down, look into trade shows, make sure you bring something you can hand out so they can find your business later, and I think it's a great opportunity. Number 16, paint parties. You've probably seen them in the groups, you've seen them around, people doing paint parties. They take lasered items that are blank, people come over, they drink some wine, they do some painting, they leave with a cool project, but you also get to build your network and build your customer base. So you could do like one of my welcome signs, for example, which I've seen a bunch of people do for paint parties. They charge $75 to $100. People come over, they have a couple glasses of wine, finish them, and you've now got a customer. So it's a great way to make a profit and also network for future business. Number 17, real estate agents. They're always looking for unique gifts to give their clients or even promotional items. Something like my monograms, for example, they seem to sell really well for the real estate agent. They give them to a customer on the house closing, and it's a great unique gift. So there's definitely a market for people with lasers to provide promotional and gift products to real estate agents. So just go and find your local real estate agents, approach them, have a chat. They don't bite usually, and they seem to talk to a lot of people, so they might also be able to help you grow your business in other ways. They are an absolute great person to be in contact with. Almost to the end. Number 18, corporate orders. We do really well with corporate orders, especially around Christmas time. Businesses are always looking to give their repeat customers some kind of premium or gift for Christmas, and that's where we come in. So we provide something actually unique. These guys really don't like shopping around and looking for these pens or toques, or they want something unique and they want it simple. So we come in, we provide them a sample, and we say, hey, we got something really great that you can give your customers. It's in your budget, and they send it out, and it's been a huge hit. So for example, we have one customer who owns a label supply company. They have like 300 repeat customers that constantly come and buy label material from them. So at Christmas time, they want to send out gifts to these people to thank them for supporting them through the year. So they often have a hard time figuring it out, and honestly, they don't have time. So what I did was I sent them a sample, said, hey, we can do these cell stands for you, engrave your customer's name on it, they're personalized, they won't throw them out, it's got your logo on it, and we normally sell them for $15 to $20 individually, but I'll do it for you guys for $8 a piece. Still a huge profit margin for us because they cost nothing to make. And it's great. So they ordered 300 of them. That's like $2,400. So it is a great resource. Corporate orders. Look for companies that have a lot of repeat customers, like the example I gave you. Number 19, tourist hotspots. If your city attracts a lot of travelers, there's gonna be an area that's like a hot spot for these tourists. And in that area, there's probably a lot of gift boutiques and just retail stores that cater to the tourists. So go and approach the owners and see if you've got a product that can fit the needs. Or maybe the city allows you to put a booth on the street. There's little areas like that as well. So it's just another way that you can get your products out there, get your brand out there, and sell some product. All right, last one. And again, this was in no chronological order, but number 20, coffee shops. Everyone likes a brew. A lot of coffee shops now have displays where they sell coffee-related products. So if it's a Starbucks, they're only going to sell their own swag. But locally owned coffee shops will often take on consignment, or they'll buy inventory from you if you can create some products that are related to coffee, which we can do. So have a look. Coffee shops might be a great option. All right, guys, that's it. 20 different ways or places that you can sell laser products or crafts, anything really. So I hope you guys found this information useful. Maybe it gave you some ideas, got the gears moving. So get out there. Don't be afraid to approach people. Get your product in front of people and just go and sell. So I'm that laser dude, Daryl Aspen. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. See you on the next one.